Have you ever felt that freezing void in the center of your chest while staring at a screen that doesn't light up? That piercing anxiety eating away at your insides. When you see she's online, but her last interaction with you was hours or days ago, and it was just a cold, one-word reply. You sit there, analyzing every comma and period, wondering what you did wrong, what word was too much, or what gesture was missing. Listen to me closely, brother. They have lied to you your entire life. From Hollywood movies to trending songs, the system has programmed you to believe that if you give all your love, if you are the warmest, most attentive, protective, and present man, she will stay by your side out of gratitude. They taught you that the good man wins in the end. But reality has hit you with a reality check so brutal, it has left you deaf. You have noticed that the more you try to get closer, the more warmth you give her, the faster she runs in the opposite direction, as if your affection were a wildfire. She desperately needs to escape. Why is that man who seems to ignore her, who walks through life as if she were an invisible detail in the landscape, precisely the man who drives her crazy? Why is the guy who doesn't reply to her messages for 3 days, the one who occupies her thoughts 24 hours a day? Today, we are going to shatter the glass of that romantic illusion. You are going to understand why your excess of warmth is the very poison that kills desire, and how strategic coldness is actually the most potent magnet in the universe. Prepare yourself, because today you will learn a truth that few dare to say in the game of emotional power. Ice burns much hotter than fire. Before I reveal how to hack her most primitive biological instinct and reclaim your place of authority, I need you to do something for your own self-worth right now. Like this video, and subscribe to the Dark Illusion channel right now. On this channel, we do not hand out cheap comfort or motivational Instagram quotes. We forge unshakable men of steel. If you are sick and tired of being the plan B, the good friend who listens to her complaints, or the desperate ex checking her stories from a fake account, this is your bunker. Click the subscription button now. Only the men who learn to master their own minds are capable of mastering their destiny in the world around them. Coldness is not an act of hatred, nor is it a childish tantrum. Coldness is an act of absolute sovereignty. To understand why being cold works, you must understand how the economy of human relationships operates. In this world, what is abundant depreciates until it is worth absolutely nothing. Air is vital for your lungs to survive, but because it is everywhere and free, nobody bows down to it or pays for it. On the other hand, a diamond is just compressed carbon, but because it is scarce, difficult to find, and requires effort to obtain, the world is capable of killing to possess it. You, by being the good guy, always available, always responding in seconds, always validating her every move, you have turned yourself into air. She knows she can ignore you today, treat you poorly tomorrow, or leave you on red for a week, and you will still be there, with a good morning text ready to inflate her ego and remind her how special she is. You have flooded the market. With your cheap presence, you have killed the mystery. And without mystery, there is no chase. Without a chase, there is no value. Psychology is clear. Human beings despise what belongs to them without effort, and obsess over what they feel is slipping through their fingers. Your coldness is not to punish her. It is the necessary filter of scarcity, to reclaim the market value you lost by being too good. Let's talk about science. There is a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik Effect. This discovery explains that the human brain has a pathological tendency to remember interrupted or unfinished tasks, much more than completed ones. When you are the warm man who is always there, you are a completed task in her mind. She has already read you. She has already understood you. She knows exactly which buttons to press to make you react. You are a closed book on her shelf that she no longer needs to open again. But when you withdraw your warmth all at once and become a wall of ice, you convert yourself into an open cycle. You become an unsolved mystery that hits her ego night after night. Your absolute silence is a question she cannot answer. Who is he with? Why doesn't he write to me anymore? How is it that he no longer seems to need my validation? That uncertainty is the breeding ground for obsession. Your strategic coldness activates her competitive instinct. Suddenly, her hypergamy, that instinct that drives her to always seek the highest value man, wonders if you have found someone superior to her. That doubt is the poison that will force her to seek you out, to close the cycle that you, with your coldness, left open. Brother, I know that right now you have a knot in your throat. I know fear is whispering in your ear that if you go cold now, she will forget you forever and move on with someone else. But I want you to understand something, that fear is precisely what she smells miles away. It is the scent of a man who has lost his center, and nothing is less attractive than a man who is afraid of losing a woman. You are in an emotional dead end, and what you need is not a friend's comfort, but a tactical map of war. But be careful, brother. Coldness cannot be a cheap performance. If you only pretend to be cold, but on the inside you are vibrating with anxiety, she will notice. True coldness is born from an internal philosophy, dark Stoicism. It is not about biting your lip to avoid texting her while you die inside. It is about reaching the point where you genuinely stop depending on her validation to feel like a worthy man. A man who cannot control his emotional impulses is a modern slave. If a text from her decides whether your day will be good or bad, she is your master. The cold man is the man who holds the command of his own frame of reality. He is the man capable of seeing a notification on his phone, reading it from the lock screen, and deciding not to reply because he has more important things to do. His business, his body, his mind, his legacy. When you stop being reactive to her games, to her shit tests, or to those bait messages she sends just to see if you are still there, her armor of manipulation collapses. She understands that she no longer holds the strings to your mind, and it is in that exact instant, when she feels she can no longer control you, that desire skyrockets. The power in a relationship always resides in the one who needs the other least. By being cold, you are declaring that your happiness does not depend on her presence, and that, paradoxically, is what makes her desire to be present. Manny asked me, how can I be cold when it hurts so much? The answer is transmutation. That pain you feel, that anger, that frustration of being rejected or ignored, is pure energy. The average man uses that energy to cry, to get drunk, or to write paragraphs of text she will never read with interest. The alpha man uses that energy as fuel. If you use that pain to lift weights until your muscles fail, if you use it to work 14 hours on that project you had abandoned, if you use it to read and shield your intellect, your coldness will stop being a strategy and will become your reality. You will become cold because you are too busy building your empire to worry about a woman who failed to see your initial value. That is the coldness that obsesses, the coldness of a man who has found a mission greater than temporary pleasure. When she perceives that your focus has shifted from her toward your own success, her instinct to pursue you will activate with a force you have never experienced. Silence is the loudest noise you can make in a woman's head. By speaking, you reveal your cards. By explaining yourself, you justify yourself. By complaining, you show your wound. But in the silence, there is nothing she can use against you. Silence projects a terrifying confidence. It projects that you have options, even if right now you don't. Always remember this: speech is silver, but silence is pure gold. Every time you feel the urge to break the ice, remember that you are breaking your own value. Stand firm in your bunker. Let the void you have left in her life do the dirty work for you. Let the ghost of your presence hunt her everywhere she goes. The man who masters the silence masters the interaction. Stop begging for crumbs of attention and start building your bunker of personal power from this very day. Understand that warmth is reserved only for those who earn it with respect, loyalty, and reciprocity. For the rest of the world, and especially for the one who has devalued you, your coldness must be your shield, your identity, and your greatest attraction. If this video has opened your eyes and you are ready to stop being the passive spectator of your own defeat, leave your like right now. Share this truth with a brother you know is being humiliated due to a lack of character. Do not allow another man to fall into the trap of neediness. Subscribe to the Dark Illusion channel to keep receiving these doses of necessary reality that the system tries to hide from you by all means. Remember, the throne of your life is not requested politely. It is taken by the force of your will. Rebuild yourself and become the man they fear losing, not the one they easily forget. I will see you at the top, where only those who learn to master their own ice ever arrive.